Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Baptist Orthodontic Stadium for varsity flag football competition. Please welcome our guests from Jones High School. They are the Tigers. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. The Tigers have the opening possession of the first quarter, starting at their own 14-yard line. And good evening. Welcome to Baptist Orthodontic Stadium. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for tonight's contest. That's number 15 on the carry. It's good for a Tiger first down on the opening play of the game. Ball is spotted at the 36-yard line, 1st and 4. Pass completes to number 6. Sedacia Payne makes the stop for the Mustangs, but the Tigers pick up a first down on back-to-back plays. Into Mustang territory now. The ball is spotted at about the 35-yard line, bringing up 1st and 15. Into the backfield, has some time, has an open receiver, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Payne on the coverage. The pass falls incomplete, and it brings up 2nd and 15. And the Mustangs got lucky there. If that had been caught, that was almost certainly a touchdown, or if not, it was 1st and goal. So a little bit of a shaky start for Wekiva. They experienced their second loss of the season earlier this week on Tuesday night, and their only district loss of the season. That at the hands of the DeLand Bulldogs. That is a very probable rematch that you may see in the district tournament. Wekiva and DeLand will likely go in as the number 2 and the number 1 seeds respectively when Wekiva hosts a week after next. Stop made there by number 14 of the Mustangs. A loss of 2 yards on the play. That puts the ball on the 37-yard line and brings up 3rd and 17. Shotgun snap, back into Tiger territory, long pass, open receiver. She get enough for the first down? Going to depend where they mark it. Sedacia Payne has the stop after the pass is complete to number 13. It's a yard shy of the first down marker, brings up 4th and 1, and you can pretty much count on the Tigers to go for this. A punt would be foolish here, and there are no field goals in flag football, so going for the 4th down conversion is about the only sensible option on the table here. So the Mustangs now sitting at a 7-2 record. Again, they have just 1 district loss against DeLand. They are otherwise undefeated in the district. So they should come in with a number 2 seed when that tournament starts the week after next, and that'll be hosted here at Wekiva. Postseason games, of course, we cannot air on YouTube because of FHSAA media rights policies. That pass is tipped by Garrett and falls incomplete. And so the Mustangs escape unharmed after a couple of big Tiger first downs. They'll take over on downs at their own 21-yard line with 1st and 19. The Mustangs request their first timeout of the first half. 7 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. For those of you just joining us, if you have been living under a rock for the last week or two, we are on a campaign, nay, a quest, to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you are listening to me right now on our YouTube channel, you're already most of the way there. Just reach over and click that red subscribe button on our channel. If you're here in the stadium, well, even though you don't need the live stream, we would still love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Help us get to that 1,000 count. Pull out your phone right now, search for Wekiva Sports on YouTube, and get us to 1,000 subscribers. That unlocks the ability for us to do mobile live streaming and to generate revenue. Although the revenue does not come from you, it comes from YouTube. And a muff snap there will cost the Mustangs a few yards. Takes it back across the 20-yard line down to the 14. And with the ball spotted at the 14-yard line, that's a loss of 7, brings up second and 26. When the Mustangs played the Tigers last year, they won 41-0. The Tigers have clearly gotten better since that. Mayanna Garrett on the carry for the Mustangs. That takes the ball out to the 24-yard line for a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 16. And so the Mustangs are more or less where they started. Pass is complete to Sadeja Payne, who gets across the 40-yard line and then falls back across the 40-yard line. Forward progress is not a thing in flag football. And so that leaves the Mustangs with 4th and inches. So a little bit of poor judgment there. Payne had the first down and then gave it up. She'll get it now, though, or at least her teammate will. Still on her feet. To Sky Carter on the carry for the Mustangs, and she completes the job of getting the Mustang first down. Into Tiger territory. The ball spotted at the 33-yard line, and that's a pickup of 8 yards on the play. McCarthy gets rid of it before she gets her flag pulled. A dangerous move, but it's going to pay off. Sadeja Payne with a carry and then flicks it laterally to Mayanna Garrett for some bonus yardage. And that was a play that cost the Mustangs on Tuesday night because they made 2 forward passes. They've apparently learned from that. That second pass was truly lateral. It was a little bit behind. 1st and goal coming up from the 2-yard line. Sky Carter on the carry, number 15 on the stop. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and goal from the 3. Flag on the play. That'll pull the Mustangs back to the 13-yard line. Still second and goal. McCarthy gets rid of it before losing her flag, but the pass falls incomplete, and it brings up third and goal from the 13. Mustangs will change up the formation here, try to keep the Tigers on their toes. After a beautiful play that I don't think was planned that way, but worked out pretty well for Wekiva on the double pass play. They've now suffered a tackle for loss, a penalty, and an incomplete pass to find themselves staring down the barrel of a third and long situation. Pass is complete to Mayanna Garrett. Brings up third and goal from the 10 after a gain of 3 yards. Pass is complete into the end zone to Sanasia Payne. And that's good for a 10-yard Mustang touchdown. And by my clock, time has expired on the first quarter. Looks like they're going to let them get this play off anyway. Mustangs go for 2. It's batted down. The try is no good. And that also takes us to the end of the first quarter. Mustangs will finish out the opening 12 minutes with a 6-0 lead. Portia Scott with a tackle for loss. She clearly brought her fan club with her. Loss of 6 on the play. Pulls the ball back to the 8-yard line, 2nd and 12. Minimal gain on the play. 3rd and long coming up for the Tigers. So far, the second offensive drive of the game not nearly as successful as the first quarter for the Tigers. Pass intended for number 2. It's incomplete. Sadasia Payne on the coverage, and it brings up 4th and 12 for the Tigers. Shallow punt, lateral over to Garrett. Andino to Garrett on the return. Mustangs pick up about 10 yards there. Ball spotted at the 31, and Wekiva will get good field position in Tiger territory with 1st and 11. Mayanna Garrett on the carry for the Mustangs. Gain of 4 on the play. That puts the ball at about the 28-yard line, brings up 2nd and 8. Oh, Carter barely pulls it in. Sadasia Payne gets things started. Carter grows her arms out a couple of inches to pull in the lateral pass and get some extra bonus yardage for the Mustangs. Ball is spotted at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal Mustangs. Reverse to Garrett, got some room. Mayanna Garrett into the corner for Mustang, touchdown. McCarthy takes it in herself from the 10-yard line. And since that was from the 10, that's worth 2. But we have a flag on the play. Personal foul called against the Mustangs. That will nullify the try. We'll come back 10 yards and try again. And quite a bit of extended discussion after the play here. Mustangs finally in position to take another go at it. And the pass is low and incomplete. The try no good. So the score remains 12-0 with just under 6 minutes to play in the first half. And the Tigers will take over at their own 14. Long snap, and it's picked. No, it's almost picked off. McCarthy nearly picks off the pass, but it falls incomplete. Second and 6 coming up for the Tigers. Perfect spiral, but to the wrong team. Number 14 with the pick, and she is taken down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, Mustangs. And she is holding her face. She took a shot to the moneymaker there, but the Mustangs will earn another shot at the end zone. And we've now reached the 2-minute warning. Stop time in effect for the remainder of the half. And another pick. One good interception deserves another. Number 16 with the pick for the Tigers, and that turns the ball back over to Jones. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line, 1st and 13 for the Tigers. Flag on the play. Tigers are called offsides. That'll be half the distance to the goal. Second and 17 coming up. Number 5 on the carry. Cameron Lynch has the stop for the Mustangs. That puts the ball right at about the 15-yard line. 5 yards to go. Portia Scott on the stop. Carry by number 13. Gain of 4 on the play. It brings up, or gain of 3. It brings up 3rd and 2. And the Tigers will take a timeout with just a shade under a minute remaining in the half. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we would very much appreciate your help getting us to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're over 800 now, might be up to about 820, and you can help get us the rest of the way there. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, we gain back a privilege that we used to have before YouTube changed their policy, which is that we can do live streaming on mobile devices. That is very helpful for senior night festivities to get a closer camera angle. It's also very helpful for National Signing Day ceremonies, halftime updates, pregame updates that we like to bring you on our YouTube feed as well as other places. You can help us get that feature back by getting us to 1,000 subscribers. Also, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, when you see ads on YouTube, which you already do, right now all of that money goes to Google. But once we hit 1,000 subscribers, some of that money comes to us. But you still don't have to spend any of your own money. So it is completely free to you, but you'll be helping to generate revenue for Wekiva. Look up Wekiva Sports on YouTube and subscribe today. Number 2 on the carry. Ariana Peterson has the stop for the Mustangs. It's enough for a Tiger first down. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Tigers take another timeout. Tonight is the last home game of the 2019 season for Wekiva, but it is not the last game of the year or even of the regular season. The Mustangs do indeed have 2 more games before we get to the playoffs. They'll be at Evans next Tuesday at 5:30 and 6:30, and they'll be at Windermere next Thursday at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock to wrap up the regular season, and then they'll be here the week after that at Wekiva to host the district tournament. Tigers have just one timeout left. They go long. Oh boy, Sadeja Payne almost pulled that one down. Pass intended for number 2 falls incomplete. Sadeja Payne on the coverage, nearly with the pick. Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. A little over 30 seconds to go in the half. Number 5 on the carry. The stop is made for the Mustangs by number 3, Lanaya Payne. That's a gain of 9 on the carry. Short of the first down marker, though. It brings up 3rd and 6, and we'll pause as the Tigers take their final timeout. Less than 15 seconds to go in the half. Coming up tomorrow night, we have another senior night opportunity for you to congratulate and cheer on the class of 2019. Tomorrow night's senior night belongs to the ladies lacrosse team, and it will occur just prior to the Jones game. So actually, Tigers fans, feel free to come out to that one too. Be Jones versus Wekiva tomorrow night, and plan to get here early. The game starts at 6. Get here early for our senior night festivities. We'll live stream those on YouTube as well. Quarterback in trouble, hops it over the head of Garrett. Tries to pass to herself there, I think, but that's not going to do it. Tigers are stopped in bounds and not able to get to the sideline in time. The clock continues to run, and they are out of timeouts. And that takes us to halftime. The Mustangs will go into the intermission with a 12-0 lead over the Tigers here on Thursday night flag football action at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium. For those of you listening to us online, we are going to mute the audio of our feed for the next 10 minutes or so. That is so that we can play music here at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium without triggering any copyright notices from YouTube. So we'll look forward to rejoining you here at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium in 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see you then. Mustangs go long on the very first play, and it's picked off. Number 5 on the pick on the first play of the drive. Mustangs had the opening possession of the second half, but it'll go to the Tigers instead. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. They take over from there with 1st and 17. Quick shovel to number 2. She stays on her feet, breaks a couple of tackles, finally gets pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 14 on the play. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Tigers. Shotgun formation for a long snap. Secondary all at the wings. This is clearly going to be a long pass play. No, it's not either. It's going to be a QB keep instead. Well, they fooled me and they fooled the Mustangs too. Tigers pick up a first down on the play. Portia Scott has the stop to save the touchdown. Gain of 8 on the play that puts the ball at the 14-yard line and brings up 1st and goal for the Tigers. Tigers hit a wall there. I believe that was Scott and Coates that combined. Personal fouls called against the Tigers. Ten-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. That puts the ball at the 19-yard line. Still 1st and goal. Garrett nearly manages to get the sack. Mayanna Garrett on the hurry for the Mustang defense. The Tigers avoid the sack but have to throw it away. 2nd and goal from the 19 coming up. Portia Scott deflects the ball away from the intended receiver. It falls incomplete, and that brings up 3rd and goal. And so the Mustangs, after a series of unfortunate events that led to an interception followed by a big gain to get the Tigers 1st and goal, the last few plays have really gone Wekiva's way. Portia Scott had 17 sacks coming into this week. Clearly a big part of the Mustang defense. Mayanna Garrett records a tackle for loss for the Mustangs. That pulls the ball back behind the 20-yard line. Spot is at about the 26. Loss of 7 on the play. 4th and goal. And again, as there are no field goals in flag football, and it's a little silly to punt from here, given the relatively low risk of turning the ball over on downs. Even though this is a low percentage play, 4th and 26 is, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Tigers going to try to outrun the Mustangs. Number 14 on the stop, and that will turn the ball over on downs to the Mustangs. So Wekiva escapes with no points scored off the turnover in their opening drive. The ball is spotted at the 21-yard line, perhaps the 22, and that'll bring up 1st and 18. Snap to McCarthy. Lateral to Carter. Carter gets to the sideline and picks up a gain of about 6. Second and 12 coming up for the Mustangs. McCarthy, of course, is the JV quarterback for the Mustangs who's been promoted this week because Denisha Bowles has been out with an injury. Doing a good job for the Mustangs, though. But they certainly would like to have Bowles back for the postseason. To Sky Carter on the completion. Takes the ball out to about the 32-yard line for a gain of 4. 3rd and 8 coming up for Wekiva. The Mustangs, of course, last year made it all the way into the playoffs before losing to Alonzo in the state semifinal, but they are the defending regional champion. DeLand's going to give them a run for their money this year, particularly if Wekiva's not at full health. Here's a nice run, though. Mayanna Garrett stays on her feet all the way into Tiger territory, finally stopped at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 18 on the play. Brings up 1st and 10 for Wekiva. Another thing to point out is that Shania McCarthy is just a freshman. So as much as the Mustangs are not looking forward to Denisha Bowles graduating, it's nice to know that the helmsman of the Mustang offense is going to be in good hands for at least the next 3 years after this. To Sky Carter on the play for the Mustangs. She picks up about 7 on the carry, brings up 2nd and 3. As a reminder for those of you here in the arena or in the stadium, the Mustangs are going to call a timeout here. That's their first of the second half. As I started to mention a moment ago, for those of you here in the stadium, while our scoreboard is currently still suffering from a blown power supply, we are working on getting that fixed next week so that we will have it for the district tournament that's being hosted here at Wekiva. However, in the meantime, if you would like to check in, right now we're at about 2 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. You can find out that information on your phone. You can just go to wekivamustangs.com/scoreboard, because we do have it connected to the internet, and you can get that from here in the stadium or anywhere in the world. So if you would like to check in on the score, the down, the distance, the time, the period, anything that you would normally get from the scoreboard, it is at wekivamustangs.com/scoreboard. That works for just about every sport we host here at Wekiva. We have a wrestling mode, we have a basketball mode, volleyball mode, baseball, softball mode, lacrosse mode, and of course football mode. I can't forget soccer as well. So whatever sport we're playing, the digital scoreboard will shift into that mode and present you with the appropriate information, and you can get that anytime, whether you are here or not, at wekivamustangs.com/scoreboard. If your friends and family are not in a position to be watching the full live stream on YouTube or the NFHS network, they can get just the basic scoreboard as well if they need it. And the lateral to number 4, Sadeja Payne. Picks up a short gain, but it is enough for a Mustang first down. Gain of 5 yards takes the Mustangs to the 18-yard line. First and goal. Carter's shuffle hits the ground. And since that was a reverse pass, that'll be considered a fumble and an immediate dead ball. That puts the ball at the 24-yard line. A loss of 6 on the play. Second and goal from the 24. Passes through the hands of Sadeja Payne and falls incomplete. Third and 24 coming up. About 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. This will be the last play of the quarter. The pass was intended for Payne, and she is double teamed by numbers 5 and 11 of the Tigers. That will take us to the end of the third quarter. Coach Butts talking to the official there. I think he may have wanted an interference call, but I don't think he's going to get one. And so we go through a scoreless third quarter. Mustangs maintain a 12-0 lead going into the final 12 minutes of senior night. As we head into the fourth period, the Mustangs will have fourth and goal from the 24-yard line when we get back to live action. And the Mustangs find themselves in a very similar position, actually a slightly better position than Jones did at the end of their previous drive, facing fourth and very long, but in a position where it really doesn't make any sense to punt. So the Mustangs with one more all-or-nothing shot. McCarthy on a QB keep. And she makes some progress toward the goal line, but it's not enough. Ball is spotted at about the 13-yard line, and the ball is turned over on downs to the Tigers. Tigers again will take a long shotgun formation, keeping the handoff option open. And they will take that handoff option. This time the Mustangs are ready, but McCarthy, or excuse me, that's Portia misses the pole there. Lanaya Payne makes the stop for the Mustangs, but not before the Tigers pick up the first down. Gain of 9 on the play. First and 18 coming up from their own 22. Pass is complete to number 6. Michaela Coates has the stop. A gain of 5 on the play, and it brings up 2nd and 13. Michaela Coates had 36 flag poles coming into this week. She picked up a few more tonight, as well as on Tuesday. For 5 on the carry. Stop again made by Coates. Ball is spotted at the 30-yard line for a gain of 3, and it brings up 3rd and 10. Breaking a tackle. Number 5 gets across right to about the first down marker. We'll check the spot. Michaela Coates gets the stop. And yes, indeed, they are going to rule that she did just barely cross the 40-yard line into Mustang territory. That'd be a gain of 10 yards and a Tiger first down. High pass to the side. Easy stop there for number 14. Tigers pick up a gain of 3 yards, maybe 4 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd and 16 from the 36-yard line. coming up on 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. Number 1 on the carry, Coates on the stop. And there, of course, you saw the flag actually fell out of the player's shorts before she was stopped, and so at that point it just becomes a game of tag. No gain on the play. 3rd and 16 coming up for the Tigers. And now the Tigers have got to be looking at that clock with 6 minutes left and the fact that it remains a running clock until we get to the last 2 minutes. Tigers need to make something happen here on this drive or else they may run out of time. Good looking pass, but the receiver falls to the ground. Portia Scott on the coverage for the Mustangs as the Tigers pick up a gain of about 8 yards. Puts the ball at the 29-yard line, and it brings up 4th and 9. And so, of course, the Tigers will go for it here. They certainly don't have time to punt, and it wouldn't make sense from their current position anyway. Short pass and an opportunity to get inside the red zone, and they do. The Tigers break a couple of stops. Lanaya Payne saves the touchdown for the Mustangs. About 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the game. And that first down will come back. We have a flag on the play. That pulls the ball back to the 34-yard line. It remains 4th down. So the Mustangs catch a break there. Long snap all the way back into Tiger territory. They just barely get the pass away. Pass intended where the Tiger receiver falls incomplete. Sadasia Payne was the nearest Mustang, providing the secondary coverage. And that will turn the ball over on downs to the Mustangs. And so, with 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the ball game, Wekiva takes over with 1st and 6 at their own 34. And now if you're the Tigers, you got to start to panic because if the Mustangs pick up a touchdown with a point after, that'll end the game instantly at the 2-minute warning. 19 points is the threshold at which I know you might call it a mercy rule, but in any case, that is the rule in flag football. 19 points or more with 2 minutes remaining in the ball game, and the game ends instantly. Sky Carter picks up a block and gets a couple of extra yards. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs. Lateral pass backwards, and Sadasia Payne is unable to dance around number 15 there. Payne on the carry, and no gain on the play. Marker is going to move laterally to the side. Otherwise, stay right where it is. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Mustangs. Here comes McCarthy back onto the field. This will likely be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And I spoke too soon. It is exactly the 2-minute warning. Stop time in effect for the remainder of the ball game. McCarthy barely gets the pass away before losing her flag. Payne turns on the afterburners, gets away from the tackles in the backfield. She's still on her feet, still has her flags, but she stepped out. Sadasia Payne picking up speed going around the backfield and down the corner. She's pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. That's good for a Mustang first down. 1st and 15 coming up inside Tiger territory. $1:44 remaining in the game. Mustangs will line up in a long shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff to Carter. Laterals to Garrett instead. Garrett has some room. Mayanna Garrett on the play. She stays inbound, so the clock will continue to run. The ball is spotted at about, we'll call that the 26-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play, and it brings up 2nd and 6. Tigers have 3 timeouts. They are choosing so far not to use them. One minute remaining. And the ruling there is that McCarthy lost her flags before making the handoff to Payne, so that will be a sack. A loss of 4 on the play brings the ball back to the 30-yard line, 3rd and 10. 30 seconds to go. And so at this point, it seems that the Tigers have conceded, because if they wanted to make a run at it, they would have needed to spend a timeout by now. That takes us to the end of the ball game, and so a scoreless second half will lead to a 12-0 victory for the Mustangs on senior night. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for coming out to support your Mustang and Tiger athletes, particularly for supporting the class of 2019. Come back and see us tomorrow night. We'll do the same thing for lacrosse. We'll webcast that as well. And then the Mustangs would love your support on the road next week on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday they will be at Evans, and then Thursday at Windermere to wrap up the regular season. And then the following week they'll be back here at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium for the district tournament. Wekiva will be proud to host that. And while, of course, we want to see you here for senior night tomorrow, even if you're a Tiger fan, it'll be against Jones, so Tiger fans are welcome back as well. And don't forget to catch the school musical at some point this week. If you come to both tonight and tomorrow night senior night activities, you'll still have a chance to catch the musical on Saturday when they close. And that is The Wedding Singer. We hope you'll support our performing arts department as well. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Wekiva Sports, and bookmark WekivaMustangs.com for all of your scores, schedules, and more. For those of you here at the stadium, please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Those of you listening online, thanks for tuning in to the NFHS Network or YouTube Live. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.